How's it going, everyone? My name is Anthony, aka ComicsRGreat, and welcome to the new comic book day haul video for the comics that I bought back on Wednesday, September 1st. I apologize for this video being a little late, but I've been catching up with my reading and trying to roll these videos out as quickly as possible while trying to maintain my day-to-day activities as a father and a husband. So I thank you for your patience. Starting with the last video and this one, I made a list of the books that I'll be showing along with their timestamps in case there's a book that you want to see so you can jump to it right away. But I do encourage you to watch the video in its entirety, and please comment on it down below. I would really appreciate it. I'm going to show you my comic books in alphabetical order and give you a brief description on them, starting with from Boom Studios, Basilisk number 3 and 4. By Cullen Bunn and Jonas Scharf. About a month ago, I bought the variant cover for Basilisk number 3 because, well, I liked it better. With issues 1 and 2, I got both the main and variant covers. Since issue 4 just came out today, I figured it was time to get this cover since the first arc just came to an end. In this issue, it's Hannah and Regan versus the gods and their faithful servants for the first opening battle. Of course, we're left with two mysteries. Where did the gods come from? And what exactly was it that Manny prophesied about to Regan before he was murdered? The variant cover for issue 4 was drawn by Declan Shalvey. I've been becoming a fan of Shalvey's work since it was brought to my attention by Joker from East Meets West in one of their FOC videos about Deadly Class number 48. You can find the link to East Meets West within the information below. Anyway, I didn't realize that Shalvey also did the work for Time Before Time from Image Comics, as well as some of the previous variant covers for the All-Star Batman series from DC Comics. I hope that Boom Studios will use him to do some more covers for Basilisk in the future. Issue number 5 is scheduled to come out on Wednesday, December 1st. From DC Comics, Batman, Fear State Alpha, by James Tynion and Riccardo Federici. The cover was drawn by Ben Oliver. This is the opening issue for the newest Bat title crossover known as Fear State. Instead of spraying people with his fear toxin in aerosol form, Scarecrow's created something far, far worse. To add to it, Oracle has her system hacked and taken offline when she tries to help Batman. There also seems to be 2 poison ivies now. Plus, Gotham believes that Batman is dead. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing just what Tynion, Tom Taylor, and the other Bat title writers have in store during the next 2 months, starting with Batman number 112, which is supposed to come out on Tuesday, September 7th. From Marvel Comics, Captain Marvel number 32, by Kelly Thompson and Sergio Davila. The cover was drawn by David Nakayama. I originally planned to stop getting Captain Marvel at issue number 31. However, when I saw that David Nakayama was doing the cover, I just had to get it. Ever since I saw his cover of the Scarlet Witch on Strange Academy number 6, I've collected a number of comics with his cover art. However, after reading it, I'm now intrigued by the storyline enough that I'm going to have to backtrack and read some of the ones that I own but have never read in the current run. In any case, I just may have to get issue number 33 when it comes out on Wednesday, October 6th. From Marvel Comics, Dark Ages number 1, by Tom Taylor and Iban Coelho. This is the story of the week. Wow. I don't know when was the last time a comic made me say wow after I finished reading it. I forgot this was an Elseworlds miniseries, so I was kind of expecting ancient villains versus heroes when I started reading it. In either case, I did not expect the death and destruction of so many heroes, and that the answer to the planet's survival would lie in the hands of an old villain. That's as much as I'm going to say. No more spoilers for now. The main reason I decided to pick this up was because I love Scotty Young's covers, and I have a number of them. I think his work is really good, but this blended negative space type of cover is absolutely fantastic. I plan on getting a variant cover with each main cover I purchase from now on until Dark Ages ends. I'm definitely looking forward to issue 2, which is supposed to come out on Wednesday, October 6th. From Image Comics, Echolands #1 by J.H. Williams and W. Hayden Blackman. I wasn't sure what to expect from this comic, which was printed in landscape format. But because the artwork and the paper quality of the book really looked outstanding, I decided to pick up a copy. This has an interesting story so far about fantasy and magic. I'm not sure if I'll get the second issue when it comes out on Wednesday, September 29, so we'll see what happens. From Image Comics, Geiger #6 by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. This is the final issue of the first arc of Geiger. When I first saw some of the pics of Geiger in issue 1, I thought the character was going to be similar to Blight from Batman Beyond, but thank God it wasn't like that at all. Reading Geiger reminded me that getting back into reading comics again is a lot of fun. I think Johns and Frank have a possible hit on their hands. It just depends on which direction they decide to take the story in. Right now, the next issue will be an 80-page giant-sized book, which is scheduled to come out on Wednesday, November 24. From Image Comics, Ice Cream Man #25 by W. Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo. The cover was drawn by Martin Simmons. This was the cover of the week. This issue was a cover buy for 2 reasons. First, because the cover was drawn by Martin Simmons, who normally does Department of Truth. And second, because it's the 25th issue for this popular horror series. I just never knew a shark had that many teeth. Even though I don't collect this series, I do have to admit that the covers have been quite interesting, if not sometimes disturbing. The next issue of Ice Cream Man is scheduled to come out on Wednesday, October 20th. From Moon Knight Comics, Moon Knight #2 by Jed MacKay and Alessandro Cappuccio. The cover was drawn by Steve McNiven. I decided to get the second issue of Moon Knight at the recommendation of my friend John, aka Instagram poster Heroes Reborn Comics, and I'm glad I got it. You can find his information below, and I encourage you to check his page out because he shows off some great comics. I've never been a fan of Moon Knight because I've always thought he was the reject Batman from Marvel. But after reading this issue, that's definitely not the case. Moon Knight does what absolutely needs to be done when it matters. Now that we're going to be getting a new character named Hunter Moon, I'm in deep anticipation for issue #3. Too bad I have to wait until Wednesday, September 22nd to get it. From Image Comics, Spawn #321 by Todd McFarlane and Carlo Barberi. The cover was drawn by Bjorn Berens. This is the first regular issue to the Todd Father's new Spawn universe, so to say I was looking forward to it is definitely an understatement. To me, this issue was a make it or break it moment for whether or not I would buy into the first arc of the new Spawnverse, and I was not disappointed. The mystery of the medieval Spawn was answered, and the story was such that I definitely want to get the next one on Wednesday, September 29, as well as get Gunslinger Spawn when it comes out on Wednesday, October 13. From Marvel Comics, Star Wars Dr. Aphra #13 by Alyssa Wong and Minkyu Jung. The cover was drawn by David Nakayama. This was a cover buy for me for two reasons. First, it's a digital wanted poster of Dr. Aphra, one of the most popular characters of the current Star Wars universe. And second, the cover was drawn by David Nakayama, who has drawn a lot of great covers in this year so far. Keep up the great work, Mr. Nakayama. Issue 14 is scheduled to come out on Wednesday, September 8th. From Marvel Comics, Star Wars The High Republic number 9 by Kavan Scott and Ariel Anandito. The cover was drawn by Phil Noto. This issue finally hits the accelerator and kicks the action up a notch. The Jedi send two of their own, disguised as a part of the Nihil, behind enemy lines for the sole purpose of getting evidence. The bad thing is, this takes up most of the issue, because at the end, Keev's loyalty is tested. But we need to wait until issue 10, which is supposed to come out on Wednesday, October 20th, to find out exactly what happens next. In the words of Luke Skywalker, from IDW Publishing, Star Wars The High Republic Adventures number 8 by Daniel Jose Older and Tony Bruno. The cover was drawn by Harvey Tolabao. While the action in this issue is pretty good, the artwork to me is kiddie-centric and rushed. In any case, two people that started out as friends in issue 1 are so far apart in their paths now that it's not even funny. I know it's a comic meant for the younger audience, but one would almost wonder if they were really friends to begin with. I'll probably continue to collect this until the end of this arc, which may be until issue 10 since the first arc was 5 issues long. Issue 9 is scheduled to come out on Wednesday, October 6th. From Marvel Comics, Web of Spider-Man number 4 by Kevin Shinick and Alberto Albuquerque. The cover was drawn by Guni Hiru. The action kicks into high gear in this issue as the team from Web meets up with Amadeus Cho in Paris. Just when things seem to go smoothly, everything starts to go wrong. Very wrong. By the end of the issue, the group finally figures out who has been hassling them since issue number 1. Since issue 1, I've been getting both the main and variant covers. So when I heard that Greg Land was drawing this cover, there was no way I was not going to get it. It's been a minute since I've purchased a Greg Land cover, and he did not disappoint with this one. It's too bad that so far there's no variant cover for the final issue of the miniseries. I hope Marvel adds one, just so they will have 5 variant covers to go alongside of the 5 main ones. I guess we'll find out on Wednesday, September 15th, which is when issue number 5 is supposed to come out. From Black Mass Comics, White number 2, written by Kwanzaa Osayefo, Tim Smith, and Jamal Igle. The cover was drawn by Carrie Randolph. Since I managed to get the first print copy of the second issue due to the good graces of my LCS, I decided to get a second print cover as well. If they eventually release a third print cover, I'll definitely get that too. Issue 3 is scheduled to come out on Wednesday, September 15. Did you pick up some of the comic books that I showed you today? If so, please let me know which ones and if you agreed with what I had to say in the comments below. If you like the content of this video, a thumbs up would be, in the words of Doctor Who's The Ninth Doctor, fantastic. Just to let you know, I tend to be on live with the New York Warriors on their Coffee and Comic show on Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, and also with Team Nerd Herd on Sunday evenings on their Comic Topic show at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You can find the links to the individual YouTube channels down below. Thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. And from my family to yours, remember, comics are great, and so are you. Later.